Class. How you doing out there? It's just Larry, the Starship Trooper. How you doing, people? Rock and roll fans, carriers of the rock and roll torch. Oh man, having a good day so far. Got my kids to school. That all went well. A little ice on the windows this morning. It's pretty cold here today, but looks like it's gonna have pretty nice weather today. Got a day off, praise God. So yeah, let's see. We got a few things in the old. Well, I got my LV Shane shirt on. You guys know LV, country and western superstar. I played on some of his records. Great dude. This is episode number 130. Can you believe that? Oh my God. I mean, I wonder how many total videos I've put up so far. If you counted Corona, and then you also counted all the bonus jams and all that. Speaking of bonus jam, thank you for all the kind words regarding my Def Leopard entry into the bonus jam playlist. Man, love that song. I'm going to get, in a minute, I'm going to get into some of the inside shit that's going on in that song, which is pretty crazy. You guys are not going to see this coming. These harmonic things that are happening inside that song. It's a simple rock and roll song. They're pretty amazing. I got some things in the VCB. Let's see here. Hey Tom, what happened to your 335 and your SG? Well, yeah, all those guitars that I used in the earlier videos they're all long gone. You know, I had to make way for the 58 Burst that I bought, and no regrets, my friends. I don't even own a 335 at this point. This one here is borrowed from a friend. This is a 60 my buddy owns, but I'd like to buy this guitar, but I can't swing this one right now. But I think my friend wants to keep it anyway. I don't even think he's selling it, but it's cool. He just wanted me to check it out. It's great guitar. Jesus. I miss mine, but you know, that Les Paul is just the sword and the stone. And I mean, if that was the only guitar I had, I would be thrilled. You know, you can only play one at a time, right? I mean, if you got a good Telly, you got a good Les Paul, got a good Strat, maybe a Firebird or something if you're into it, maybe a hollow body, maybe a good acoustic, you're good. Okay, so yeah, the SG, I sold that to a dear friend. I don't own an SG anymore either, but I do love those guitars, and I've had piles of them in my life, and there'll be more. You know, you know how I am. I like to just, you know, shuffle guitars around like crazy. I mean, I've always been that way. I'm never sentimental about guitars. I never get attached to them. I don't ever name my guitars, which is one of my biggest pet peeves, when people name their guitars. Oh God. I'm gonna get into the pet peeve thing in a minute. That was one of the viewer questions. You know, I appreciate a great guitar, and I more than anything, I think if we ever do find a great guitar out there in the wild, a truly great guitar, more than anything, we're just lucky to find it, you know, because most people know better than to sell a great guitar, you know, and so that's why they don't turn up that often. You know, if you find a truly magical guitar, it's like, why would anybody sell this, you know? But, you know, we stumble on them here and there. You get lucky sometimes, and appreciate them while you got them, you know, and we're just curators of these things, you know. They'll be around a lot longer than we are, and you know, just don't ever fuck up an old guitar. I mean, irreversibly modified just because you're never going to sell it. Because dude, that thing will be around a lot longer than you are. You're not doing that guitar any favors by chopping a Floyd into a 55 gold top. Here we got, let's see. Hey Tom, what's the best guitar pedal ever made? I think we've talked about this in the past. I love this question. As a matter of fact, I might have mentioned this as well. Forgive me. It's been 8 million episodes. I don't know what I've said and what I've not said. I would like to challenge one of you out there, like one of you guys like Zach Childs or somebody that has the ability to do something like this. A writer for a magazine. I think it'd be a really cool idea to go around and get 500 or so unbelievable guitar players. You know, anybody you could ask this question to. Amazing guys, right? I'm not talking about just, you know, knucklehead guitar, but I mean like real guys. And ask them this one question. What is the greatest guitar pedal ever made? I would love to see the list of 500 amazing guitar players and their one choice, right? I started compiling this list a little bit, you know, years ago. I always think this is a great idea, and somebody should do this. You know, I've asked several great guitar players over the years. I remember asking Buddy Miller what he thought was the greatest guitar pedal ever made, and he said Boss VB2 vibrato, which it's a good choice. I've had a few people say Memory Man, you know. I would probably say this right here. This is what I would choose. Remember these? The Maestro parametric filter. It's probably the coolest guitar pedal ever made, if you think about it. If that's all, if you were recording and that's all you had, you'd be good, you know. The sound of rock and roll right there. I mean, the way you can sweep through all those frequencies and the distortions, it's just amazing. I wish these were a little more affordable. I only have one. I'd like to have another one. If anybody out there has one they want to sell, please call me. Contact Larry. You know, I would also throw out the original Nobles, or the No Balls, as I've always called it. You know, Memory Man would be a good choice. You know, what do you guys think? I've got a little, let's see. I got a little fun game here we could play. Here's the original handwritten notes of when I sent off to the producer what I wanted the inside of Plexi Soul to say. The CD, all written by Larry. I'm gonna give this to someone else. I'll mail it to you. If you can, whoever the first person to guess what song this is. This riff, okay? Let's see. Let me turn this thing off. Guess that song. First guy to get it. And I'll send you that. Handwritten, Uncle Larry, Plexi Soul notes. Okay, let's move on. Oh, we got some great stuff here in the VCB. Okay, this is a great one. This is the kind of shit that makes me want to stop doing these videos forever, which I'm very close. I put up that acoustic bit the other day. Man from Nantucket, where I was playing 2 chords back and forth. You know, poured my soul out for you guys. You know, heartfelt thing where I'm, you know, really trying to reach for something. And one of the first comments that comes up, was that a bad note at 3:29? It's like, dudes, yes, I am human, okay? I make mistakes all the time. I mean, there's bad notes in all over these videos. I mean, is that all you're doing out there is waiting for me to play a bad note? I mean, come on, man. Everybody plays bad notes. Everybody. All the greatest people. I play bad notes all the time. Is that what it's come to? Waiting for your fellow guitar player to play something wrong? I mean, for God's sakes. I've said many times, if you're not getting called for fouls, you're not playing basketball. If you're not going for stuff, you're not playing. You should be making mistakes all the time in an effort to get better because you're reaching and going for things, you know? Hell, I could play shit perfectly all day long if that's what you want. Do you want that? I don't want that. I want to try to get some weird shit going. You know, make some mistakes. That's how you know you're alive. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Uncle Larry, what are your biggest pet peeves in all of guitar culture when it comes to gear? You know, I am going to make an official list someday, and I've been thinking about that a lot. My dear friend Chris Donegan and I, Chris is an amazing guitar player. Great dude, deep thinker, beautiful guy. He was in that Community of Tenderness video we did. Him and I always joke around about like all of our biggest pet peeves. You know, he threw out, just in general, mini pedals. I thought that was hilarious. Yes, the whole culture of mini pedals. It's so silly. Oh, God. I've never heard a single mini pedal in my life that sounded good. Why would you ever do that? I don't understand this world where everybody's trying to make everything so small. It's just, come on, man. Big tone is heavy and hard to carry. Always will be. Okay, the few other things. Okay, I'm going to make an official list one day, but just a couple things that come to mind. Locks on guitar cases. Come on, man. Put a lock on a guitar case. We've talked about this before. The first thing I do with those Gibson cases that have a lock on them, I just lock it and then I just break it with a screwdriver. That's the first thing I do. Because you'll be at a gig and the only person you're locking out of that case is you, okay? So just break those immediately. That's my advice. So nobody has to worry about that ever again. I mean, Jesus, lock on a guitar case. Come on now. What a silly thing. What else? You know, just in general, like people wanting to reinvent the wheel. You know, that's like with all these amp builders today. You know, I mean, come on, guys. 80 million boutique amp companies out there, and we're all still trying to make a better deluxe reverb. It's like amplifier was perfected by 1970. It was done. I mean, there was no need to move forward at any point. I mean, there it is. That was it. I mean, you got a great AC30. You got a great Tweed Deluxe. You get a great deluxe reverb, blackface. You get a great old 50 watt, 100 watt Marshall. That's all you need for the rest of your life, ever. You don't need anything else. I think it's funny that these people have just keep trying to mash up, you know, it's Voxy meets Marshall kind of there or whatever. It's just it's like, come on, man. It's done. We're done with amps. And don't even get me into the whole profiling thing, profiling amps. Uncle Larry will never be caught dead with any kind of profiling amp. I'm just saying. It's a point of principle. Okay. Also, too, discussions, all the age-old discussion about whether old guitars really are better than new guitars, all that shit. I mean, that's what I'm sick of the most. It's like, all I hear when I hear people talking about that stuff is just people making excuses, you know? It's like, yes, old guitars are too expensive. That's a fact. You know, it's like, but like a smart man would just look at some great old guitar and say, man, I'd love to have that, but I can't afford it. You know, I've been that guy many times. I'm that guy right now. I'd love to have this guitar, but I can't afford it. But don't slag the old guitar just because you can't afford it, you know? I hate when people say they literally think that this new guitar they're playing is really better than that old guitar that they secretly wish they have, but they dog it because they know they're never going to afford it. That's the mindset that drives me crazy, okay? And like I've said many times, just because it's old doesn't mean it's cool. Plenty of classic old guitars out there that are just dead wood and they suck, okay? That's a fact. There's no denying it. But I still, to this day, I will go to my grave saying that a primo, good example of a 59 335 or whatever is going to kill a primo example of a 2018 335 all day long. I don't care. I mean, this is going to cause a lot of arguments. You guys, even more people hating me, but there's just no comparison, guys. It's the wood. It's the wood. Okay. So there you go. Let's see. What else we got? Let's get into this. Let's get into this Def Leppard thing. Okay. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this song. I think it's because my son Leo loves it so much. We like to jam it on the way to school all the time. And I've always loved the song. It's an amazing song. I just thought it was fun last night to try to play both of those guitar parts at the same time. You know, let's get a sound back that we like. Yeah, this parametric, you can sweep through all these crazy frequencies. That'll work for now. So like, the song is, the riff, you know, it's A minor, so, you know, the main riff is like, okay, A minor, F, and you got it like an F where you flat the 5. G6, and that's like a D minor. You could call that a lot of things. You could call that F6 major 7. You could call it D minor add 9 over F. B flat major triad, but there's a really weird thing about that I'll get into in a minute. E7. G6. Okay, so that's the main riff that drives the verse and all that stuff, okay? And here's the really weird thing about that. If I never even noticed this until last night. During that bit, the bass is playing A, right? Of course. A, G, F, right? Of course. And then right here on this B flat, the bass plays a B note, resolving to the E. I mean, what the creating a, if you think about it, like, if you thought of that in key of B, you'd have a B minor, major 7, flat 5. If you thought of it in diminished terms, you got a diminished there, but it also has the major 7 in it. It's very strange. Pretty heady stuff for a rock and roll tune, right? And then the harmony bit, the intro bit, A minor, where the guitar harmony, the 2-part guitar harmonies happen, is A minor, F, C, D minor, E, kind of a thirdless E, going back to the verse bit. So over that, you've got, you know, the riff, which is like, okay, I jumped to the higher harmony. Let me figure out the low harmonies. Okay. And then the high harmony is cool. And so like, if you were trying to harmonize with this in the A minor, right? Most people would be like, or, see, like those would be cool. Or, but what really makes this thing really cool is that the notes on top spread out and it goes. So 5, 1, 2 of the chord over. So you get. And then both notes bend. So you can't really do that on guitar unless you have the multi-bender, but you know, so that's really cool, man. Like that's what makes that kick out his legs so hard, that intro. Pretty amazing. Probably a mud thing. Just saying. What else? What else can we get into? I think that's it for now. I think that's enough damage. It'll take me 2 weeks to upload this. Have a great day, guys. Hope everybody's good out there. Take care, okay? Uncle Larry, over and out.